I'm cooking for a big group today. Believe me, this is the best tasting chicken macaroni soup ever. Join me here at my small kitchen. I'll give you the tips and tricks for this recipe. Here on Channel 1, where we grow, cook and share. Yes, warm welcome. It's a very simple dish today. It's chicken macaroni soup, Filipino style. I'm feeding a group, not just family, so it has to be generous and extendable. I'll show you the ingredients. Deboned chicken, carrots and optional pepper, onion and garlic, macaroni and milk. The key to this recipe is using the right chicken. Many recipes out there suggest using boneless chicken, which is chicken breast. No, that's the most blunt part of the chicken. So instead, use an entire chicken, and not just chicken which is grown, matured enough for soup use. Go to the supermarket and specify soup chicken, and that's what I'm using here. I'll show you how I prepared it. If you have a pressure cooker it to save time. And when it's cool enough for handling, just debone it. You can either cut or shred the chicken. It's your choice. You need 2 hours, you need 2 to 3 hours to boil it, to soften it. And if you have a pressure cooker, just set it at the highest setting, and 30 minutes would be more than enough to soften it. Remember, it's usually a free-range chicken. It's not boosted, so it grew naturally, so it tastes much more delicious. I did not mention that boiling it also extracts the flavor, which we will be using for the soup. I have it here. Don't throw it away. The aroma. Chicken. And if you desire, you can also add flavor enhancer, chicken cube or chicken powder. I will be splitting this batch. Half goes to the neighborhood at the garden, and the half I'll bring it to the church. So I think I'll be feeding around 20. So I'll be adding a flavor enhancer. I'll be extending it with more water, so flavor enhancer is advisable. There are ingredients that are not shown here. I'll be adding white parsley and beans, green beans. Correction, not parsley, but celery. This supermarket served cloves. I went there earlier. So I'll be going back and be adding them towards the end of our cooking. Let's start a stir fry. If you notice, just before adding the shredded chicken, I added the flavor enhancer already. That makes wonders. It's because the flavor gets infused in the oil instead in the water. You get a stronger flavor. Tip number 1, or number 2. Tip number 1 was using the right chicken, which is whole chicken. Soup chicken. You might be wondering, do we even have to stir fry the chicken? It's been cut. Well, you can taste the difference, I promise. Some just add it to the water and that's it. But you can taste the difference. It's worth doing this. I'll add some pepper now, more later. I can add the chicken broth now. Pinaglagaan, as they call it in Tagalog. I think it's better to cook it here. I'm gonna transfer this to here instead for more capacity. Yeah, it's hot. It has begun to boil, and I think the grocery is open now. I can go back and pick up some parsley and what else? Beans. And we're back. My vegetables are prepped. Now the question is, in which order are we going to add them? I'll start first with the carrots because they are the hardest, followed by the beans and the parsley. I mean celery. The packaging for this macaroni says 9 minutes to cook, so I'll just cook it just 8 because I'll be reheating it later. And I don't want to overcook the macaroni and make it mushy. So undercook the pasta. I'll show you how to stop the pasta from cooking later. The carrots has been boiling for around 5 minutes. We can add the rest of the vegetables now, as well as the pasta. The bell pepper is just an option to make it more colorful. It's time to time it now, 8 minutes, and then add the milk and turn it off. Reboil it when it's time to serve. This has pasta, so it's needed to stir it from time to time. I'm using a pressure cooker, but the pressure is off. It's just bigger. Take note. There goes my timer. It's time to turn it off. And to terminate its cooking, at the same time make it taste even more delicious, I'm adding the milk now. I'm using here 2 cups of full cream milk. What makes it Filipino is the common use of condensed milk. I don't have it, so I'm using fresh milk instead. Not the perfect plating. Miss, there's a bone in it. Sorry. But to be honest with you, this is very delicious, really. I will be proudly serving this to the group. Chunky. And the soup alone is just healing, soothing and healing. Thank you for joining me here today, and see you on the next video as we bring you more of our traditional and foreign cooking here on Channel 4.